Next, I have my symbol recognition code. Let me run and show you how it works, how the result is. So regardless of the size and the angle, it will also detect the symbol, and the words will be printed out at this side and also here. So my code works by at first reading the image, detecting the edges, find contours, and then for square or rectangle, it will detect it and transform into the same size and angle as the template, and then compare and match, and also count the shape using similar approach. So for the shape counting, there are 3 circles, 3 triangles, 2 squares, and it's also printed at the side. Even push the button is also this one, it's detected. So for the shapes, 2, 3, 3. So it's correct. Okay, let me show you how my code works. So I import all the libraries, I make the variable, and I give a number to these variables. I also create array for all the names and the images names, and also the title for these images. I use the similar approach as the face recognition to open up all these images. So I use the PIL, the image, and I append all this using NumPy array into this empty template. So I have these functions to read the image. For all this image, from 1 to 10, I read, change it to gray, and I resize all the image to the wanted ones. The width and height are from here, so half of this. As for the order points, there will be 4 points. The top right, top left, bottom right, and bottom left. So 4 points here. NumPy is 0. So I have the sum and the differences. For the sums, the smallest and largest sums, it's for the top left and bottom right. So it's all here. This is the minimum and maximum value of the sum. And this is the differences of the maximum and minimum differences. The difference is here. Sorry. And then I return all these 4 points value when order point is called, which is order point is here. So the 4 points transformation is to get the 4 points and then transform it into the wanted angle. So this is the source points, and this is the destination points. Destination points also have 4 points, 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And then I use get perspect transform and route perspective to just take the image of the wrap image. And then I also have this resize and threshold. This is to, at first I make it gray and then blur it, and then find the threshold value using the maximum minimum value and get the mean of those two. I threshold on the new gray image, and then this is the value of the threshold. 255 is normally what they use to get the white to be very white, and I return the wrap process image. So for my main function, I called up the video. This is the pre-recorded video, and I read all the images, the one in the previous functions. So it keeps looping over here, keeps reading the image, and then all the images will be converted to gray, all the frames will be converted to gray, and also blurred. And I use a canny function here to detect the edges. Also, I find the contours here. So for each of the contour, I get the approximate value. So it's like, for example, the counting shape symbols. There will be a lot of different contours, different shapes. So it's like separated shapes. When it's separated, it counts as one contour. So I get the approximate poly. This is to get the edge, the corners So if the length of this corner, the points are 4, means it's a square or rectangle, then I'll get the area. So if the area is greater than the minimum area, so the size will not be too small, then it will draw contours and it will go through these two functions that I've explained earlier. And since we have 10 symbols, it will go through the other inside this loop 10 times. I've used match template in this case. So when both the template of my symbol and the wrap template will be matched, and if it's greater than 0.95, it will go into this loop. If I put a value that's too high, like 1 for example, then the template will not all be recognized. But if it's too low, then all the symbols will be recognized as the first symbol. So here I created the if statement I equals to 9. This is to count the number of shapes inside this counting shape symbol. This is the similar approach as the one here, as the one above, except that I have these the variable for the shapes counting. So if it's a triangle here, length 3, and this is square, and this is else is the circle. So circle +1, square +1, triangle +1. Keep in mind that the square here it's -1 because the outermost shape of the counting shape symbol it's a rectangle. So that one we are not going to count it. And we print out the words. And here we also, in this loop, in this greater than 0.95 loop, it will also print the reference title. So like for example shortcut yellow, shortcut red, it will be printed as well, and we'll put the text of this printed text in the side of the detected shape. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.